r/JayGatsbyFR by Millie Sheep. A Batman all-media types fanfiction, rated for general audiences. With additional tags for mentioned Jason Todd, crack and angst, identity reveal, social media, fluff and crack, mild language, and attempt at humor. Summary. Post from growing subreddit r/JayGatsbyFR as YouTuber at JayGatsbyFR grows in popularity, and accidents happen. User/CureLou, the Jay Gatsby iceberg. Level 1. Hasn't read The Great Gatsby. I don't take recommendations. Lies. A real Gothamite. Has, at least, 2 younger siblings. Got popular because of a Reddit post by that Asian height guy. Oh no, he's hot! Level 2. Oracle. Has, at least, 2 older siblings. Middle child core. Park Row Gothamite. The workout routine from hell. Cooking with Jay. Single-handedly saving US high school students. Like It Lust It. Formerly, Like It Lurk It. Level 3. Roy's recommendations. Waylon. The Wayne tweet. Babe, wake up. It's a J-lore dump. Jay, are you okay? Ice hockey romance. The Gotham Knights. Unproblematic Burger King crown. Dudes who think they can fight Jay. Level 4. The Great Gatsby book. Child of Divorce Core. Scars help show off your tits. Die-hard Wonder Woman fan. Feminism! He's not gonna fuck you. Level 5. Beef with Batman. Arrested as a kid. Artist KRGL's Disappearance. Mama T. Conspiracy theory. I think not. The flip phone. Too many Waynes. Depths. The Joker beef. User/Like It Lust It. Being a part of the iceberg tier is amazing, but also why? User/Sifwolf of Legend. LMAO, sorry B. At least you're not artist KRGL. User/Forced Mahogany. Okay, I thought I was really into Jay's content, but I don't know about the Batman or Joker beef. But I guess it makes sense. Don't all Gotham people hate them? User/Perky Applause. Honestly, Batman opinions differ where you go. High-end neighborhoods don't care about him, middle-class people tend to love him, but the lower class has mixed opinions. Which is probably because a lot of the lower-class people have gotten beaten up by Batman at one point or another. The Joker stuff, yeah, pretty much everyone hates him. But there were some offhanded comments that had a few people thinking Jay was in a Joker attack, which is not super rare, but it seemed serious. Here's the link. User/Adept Monkey. I don't know how the motherfucker is still alive. User/Good-Natured Fastball. Crying. Gotham Knights. I swear, Jay, we'll make it through this year. User/Soon Quack Recourse. LMAO, in yours and Jay's dreams. User/Erratic Phosphorus. Is Oracle still around? User/Oracle. User/Get to the bottom of. Question, is there a certain reason you guys got into Jay? I only recently learned about his YouTube channel and his book reviews. I actually was following his Instagram for cooking and workout stuff, and then found this subreddit. I realize he's more popular for his book reviews, which is wild to me. User/Puffy Melodrama, 6554. God forbid men be multifaceted these days, LMAO. Anyways, like most, it was the Asian Heights guy for me. I saw his post and then saw Jay's original video. And I don't really watch a lot of his book reviews, but his specials for studying and him hanging out with his family are great. User/Like It Lust It. I think most people know how I got in, but I guess I still should. I was looking for people criticizing Colleen Hoover books. I despise her writing. And my me time is watching drama videos about people I hate while eating dinner. Jay's November 9th video popped up on my search, and, well, I've been helpless ever since. User/Bento Babe. As a theater kid, I originally came across him through his Thespian special, which was wild that one of the best readings I've seen is a random YouTube channel. I've low-key been dying for some more theater stuff from Jay, but he did put me on the Park Rose YouTube, which has low-key given me my fix. Gotham is producing some great theater. Kind of unsurprising, given it's known for wild-themed supervillains. /SifWolf of Legend. I actually was taking a 9th century English lit class, and we were doing P&P. I ended up putting off my essay until the last minute, then scrambled for help when I found Jay's video. And gosh, it helped me so much. Not only did I end up with a B on that paper, but I eventually got a girlfriend, so it really worked out. /LikeItLustIt. The lesson here, kids, is to put off your essays. /RatBoy420Funny. I got into him the way a lot of people did, in that he covered a book a class I had was going over. I didn't really watch more from him until he started his TikTok, though, where he revealed he's not only a Gothamite, but a Park Row Gothamite. I live not far from that area, and living in Gotham is hard, let alone growing up in Park Row. Anyway, he got me by my Gotham pride, and you know, it's actually kind of hopeful to see a Park Row kid being more. /Hedgehogger. Honestly, I came in the same way. I can't help but be proud of any Gothamite who breaks free of Gotham's typical bullshit. Plus, he's helped me make a lot of good friends, Rat here included. /TooCuteCoward. Just YouTube Rex, really. I love YouTube reviews. I mean, they end up adding so much stuff to my to-read pile, but regardless. Jay's been a lot of fun to watch. I've gotten my husband into him, mostly because I told him Jay's a Gotham Knights fan, and my husband just said, his team isn't gonna win anything, so we've gotta support him somehow. /Scintillating Listener. Shaking my head. I hate how right your husband is. /Bowl of Pigeons. We'll get there this year, I swear it, we will. /Ratboy420Funny. My theory. Jay Gatsby is Jason Wayne. Proof, Batman is actually a demon and can raise people from the dead. Because I seem to be unappreciated within the fan club Discord, I will now present my ideas to the larger Reddit fanbase. First, Jay Gatsby being Jason Wayne. They roughly appeared around the same time, with Jay Gatsby a few months after the legal resurrection of Jason Peter Todd Wayne. And it's not just this. A lot of other major Wayne events seem to coincide with events on Jay's channel / the fan club. Example, several users who might be the other Waynes joining the Discord and fan circles, including Big Daddy Wayne himself tweeting in support of Jay Gatsby. Plus, several of Jay's gaps and posts have been around the times of Wayne charity events, where Jason Wayne has been present. The times are just too close to be ignored. Like, how am I ignored? Second, Jay and Jason not only both have similar shades of green eyes, but Little D and Damian Wayne both have that unique shade. The document I've attached, written by our good friend and biochem major, /LikeItLustIt, details not only the rarity of green eyes, but also this particular shade of green. Talia Head, Damian Wayne's mother, also has green eyes of this shade. So, according to our friend, there is a very likely chance all three are related. Mostly with J equals Jason and Little D equals Damian Wayne, and Talia actually being their biological mother. There is a flaw with this. Jason's eye color is a lot more vivid than Damian and Talia's. But I have more. If you look up younger photos, Jason actually has blue eyes, much like Bruce himself. Jason also once said that he's white passing on a TikTok here, telling us he's not white, like his brother and mother. But back to his eyes. When Jason was asked about them in an interview a few months post-resurrection, he claimed they got more green as he got older. And this doesn't sound scientifically possible. And it kind of sent Lee into some kind of fit when I pointed it out to them. But I have a perfectly reasonable explanation. Most Gothamites know Batman is not just a man. He is some kind of embodiment of the night, and the unavenged. Most also know that the Waynes fund Batman. And you might be thinking, Rat Boy! These statements contradict each other. If Batman is a creature of the night, why would he need funds? Look, I've been to 3 different witches, and none of them have had a spell that paid my rent. And I'm pretty sure demons and eldritch horrors have to eat too. Plus, those bad things are still real metal. It's coming from somewhere, and that somewhere is tied to Wayne money. And just because Batman is a horror doesn't mean that everyone who works for him is. I mean, not Robin, Nightwing, or Black Bat. They are all still clearly some kind of demon. But Red Hood, Catwoman, they are normal people. And I'm pretty sure they're the ones who keep the rest of the bats in line. I'm getting off topic. Anyway, what I think happened was Jason Wayne went out to the Middle East to try and find his biological mother, potentially Talia Head, ended up in a tragic accident, which that paper says ended in a case of mistaken identity. And Talia took Jason in for recovery, and kept him until he was well enough to see Bruce again. What do I think happened? Jason actually did die and was resurrected because of Batman. Wayne used Batman's powers to resurrect his son, potentially his first biological son, who he lost custody of. There is no way for his eyes to have changed like that, other than magic. Either Jason has some kind of gene from Talia, and things got crossed in his resurrection, or it's just some coincidental side effect. What does this all mean? It means Jay Gatsby is the undead Wayne heir who was potentially resurrected by a demon, and is also potentially a biological Wayne. User/strict statement 8. I want whatever the fuck you're smoking, because what? User/box of monkeys. r/only in Gotham. User/like it lust it. Rat, you aren't helping your case at all. I'm more likely to buy anything that down kid you complain about says than this actual insanity. User/rainy grocer. How does it feel being so fucking big brain? This makes so much more sense than the story they told us. User/badly selective publisher. Jesus fucking Christ. User/heavy waitress. 7592. I don't know how Jesus can be fucking Christ when they're the same dude. User/PM me your socks. Jay Gatsby edit ranking. S tier. Flower Fan 215. Shyness Boy. Lala Fantasy Joyride. Strick Stole. Greek Tragedy. TikTok Remix. Meanie Custard. Twice Look at Me. A tier. Spiffy Jenny 4. Human. It's not sped up, it's Nightcore. Thorough Witchcrafts. 510. Killshot. Grey Girlfriend. Banana Shake. Mute License. Sticky. B tier. Upset Stairway. Love Me Not. Plant Dishonesty. 6656. Big Dogs. Willful Frilly Wiring. Enter Sandman. Translucent Scarcity. 0621. Nasty Dog. C tier. Misty Barrier. 2242. Pornstar. Musty Ultimatum. Diet Mountain Dew. There's nothing lower than C, because at the end of the day, it's still Jay Gatsby edit. I just kind of prefer the ones where his cuteness is the focus. But I am only a mortal, and I cannot resist his sex appeal. User/musty ultimatum. The fact I know all of these edits, I am no better than a man. User/nautical falls. The only reason I'm on board with that one post, that Jason Wayne and Jay Gatsby are the same person, is because it means Jay is LGBTQ+, and I need that man. Also, Nasty Dog should be higher. User/PM me your socks. You know, fair. User/noisily tired. Jay always gave me butch lesbian vibes. User/dimpled anxiety 0. Gotham charity events. To be honest, I love that Jay's trying out streaming, but I'm not sure about the charity event for Gotham, considering they have WE charity, and that city still seems to be shit. Is it really worth it? User/ratboy420funny. Oh, I'm sorry. Is it worth it to give to Chicago's poor communities? Or New York's? Things are shitty there too. And have been shitty. What about Metropolis? Is it worth it to rebuild their buildings every few months because an alien attacked Superman? What a fucking elitist POS mindset. Gotham has some problems, and some big problems, but that doesn't make it fucking irredeemable. And that doesn't mean that if you can help people in Gotham, you shouldn't. /fakemovie19. Go fuck yourself. /blackaviation. I will now be donating even more to Jay's stream, because what the fuck? /dimpledanxiety0. I'm just trying to help people be more financially aware. /likeitlusted. No, you're being an ass. /punny hyena. You know, as a Metropolis resident, that's fucked up. /oracle. Q&A with Jay. So, as promised, since you all blew Jay's charity stream goal out of the water, he asked me to compile some popular questions you guys have for him. So, between here and Discord, I will compile the most popular questions and present them to Jay. Also, yes, I am an officially approved moderator now. /likeitlusted. Congrats, but r/only in Gotham can a weird hacker become a fandom leader. But anyway, how does Jay actually know you? /ratboy420funny. Hey, only Gothamites can say that! /ratboy420funny. Anyway, I want to know what he benches. Like, seriously. /exalted sufferer. I need to know if he's actually read The Great Gatsby or not, in my suffering. /idle hands. What does he do for a living? Or has this been his full time? /too cute coward. I have a feeling I know, but what's his favorite book? /likeitlusted. Q&A with Jay reaction. What do you mean your squat is around 500 to 600 pounds? For the record, that's 227 to 272 kilograms. That's some advanced level athletics. Like if you look at the wiki for the progression of the squat records, Jay has them all beat. And estimating Jason's weight to be around 220, this is really based on his size and height, he's lifting about twice his weight. Yeah, Jay is squatting 2 of himself. Now, an important bit. This also means not only can he apply enough pressure to crush a watermelon between his thighs, you need over 364 pounds of force, but, potentially, he can crush a human skull. 520 pounds of force. I'm not certain on this, because we don't know what types of squat Jay is doing, and what muscles specifically are getting worked. But given his thighs look bigger than my head, I'm gonna take a safe bet and say yes. /ratboy420funny. /sifwolf of legend. I, no joke, started fanning myself like an old woman. What the fuck? /PM me your socks. I think I heard this whole subreddit start barking. /wicked Terry. Do you think for the next charity run we could get him to do that? The watermelon crush? /oracle. Not without getting onto a list. /likeitlusted. What do you mean by that? /oracle. So, update directly from Jay's Instagram. So, since the charity stream went live, quite a few people have reached out to me about collaboration and sponsorship. And I'm not gonna take any sponsorship. And honestly, most of what I made off video, I bought, like, a better camera and a new collector's edition of Pride and Prejudice. And then I donated the rest to a homeless shelter I know that does good work. But collabs, it's kind of different, and well, this is an education channel reaching out to me, and asked if I would do a series with them. Best part, we've already got everything written out. I'm heading out for a while to film, and then it'll be out. I hope you guys like it, and please check out the main site. Crash Course Economics. Capitalism and Life Skills. Crash Course Home Economics. Number 1, in which Jay Gatsby introduces a new crash course about talking about life skills and how the world around us shapes us. What he knows about as home. The course will provide you with an overview of what home economics is, its history, and its basic principles, before we get into the fun stuff. /likeitlusted. Single-handedly saving high school students! /spotless souvenir 72. He's a male wife! User/ratboy420funny. The man saving our high schoolers joins force with the YouTube channel dedicated to saving our high schoolers. This is like some Justice League of public education shit. User/toocuteCoward. Where was this when I moved out of my parents' house? User/SphericalAlligator88. This actually kind of feels like the natural evolution of Jay's content. Like, yeah, I love his lit reviews, but his Instagram and TikToks, with the workouts and cooking, and I guess they already had Lit with John, lol. Though, I can imagine them having a good time talking about books together. User/FittingHorseman. You think Jay's read either of the Green's books? User/Oracle. I just asked Jay. His response. Yeah, I am more of a classics guy, but I enjoyed An Abundance of Catherines, and really enjoyed An Absolutely Remarkable Thing. User/Lucky Celebrity. LOL, Jay's in the Gotham News. Gotham Gazette, at Gotham Gazette. Internet famous book reviewer from Gotham causes sale of 3-year-old book to rocket, putting it on New York Times bestseller list. View article. User/Hedgehogger. To be honest, I ordered it from my local bookshop as soon as Jay recommended it. I still have a few days before it arrives. User/toocuteCoward. I just got the book too. Jay so rarely talks about modern books, let alone sings praises like he did. How could I not get it? User/LikeableAss. You know, if I had a nickel for every time someone online shot up book sales with a single tweet, I'd have 2 nickels, which isn't a lot, but it's weird that it happened twice. User/TriteProvince345. You know, I'm kind of praying Jay gets so big it will rework people's perception of Gotham. We aren't all fucking crazy clowns or Batman, or think Batman as some kind of demon who resurrected a Wayne. User/SifWolf of Legend. Shots fired! User/Ratboy420funny. You know, they said Apollo was crazy for thinking the Earth revolved around the sun. User/LikeItLustit. Rat. User/Romantic Lament. This person on Twitter is live tweeting as Jay is filming something. Sorry, this post has been removed by the moderators of the subreddit. User/PhysicalHeads. Anyone have Jay updates? User/VengefulFusion534. Recent Jay stopped posting. Even the Wayne accounts are silent. User/TheInvasiveCollege. Oracle? Any Jay news? User/Ratboy420funny. Why we need to leave Jay the fuck alone. With Jay's recent doxing by a stupid high schooler who didn't know not to post someone's receipt on Twitter, Lee, user/LikeItLustit, who helped me write this, and I have been feeling kind of guilty. Lee because she wrote the Jay is hot post, which a lot of people credit as being what got Jay so popular. I think, personally, his content was just that good. And me because, well, my post about Jay being Jason Wayne. I might be right, but I don't feel good about it. When I proposed that idea, I exaggerated a bit. You know, just to joke around. I still thought Jason was Jay, and Batman was a demon, but I wrote it because I thought it was funny, and it annoyed Lee. Part of why I thought it was funny was because Jason Wayne, even when he was a kid, had this media representation of being an unruly brat. You can read old articles about his adoption where they pretty much call him street trash, without directly saying it. There are implications, too. That he was adopted for nefarious reasons, since Dick Grayson was an adult now. And honestly, a lot of shit is being tossed at him for just being lucky enough to get adopted by Bruce Wayne. And even when he died, the media coverage wasn't great. A lot Bruce had removed, and you can find the public records of Bruce suing some tabloids for what they said about him and Jason. The big one being a case where a tabloid pretty much accused Bruce of murdering Jason. Now, with his resurrection, not much has changed. Jason hardly talks to the media. He's got an official account, but it's just blank, and well, most people know of how he punched the dude at the gala a few months back. The media just shows us that Jason Todd is rude and crass. A true crime alley street rat. And that's not Jay Gatsby. Jay is stern, yeah, maybe a bit on the aggressive side, but he's kind, unimaginably caring, and just almost Superman levels of good. I keep thinking about Jay Gatsby's 100,000 subscribers video, where he talks about his lack of friends, and then thanks us for boosting his confidence. I don't think Jay Gatsby is Jason Wayne anymore. I think Jason Wayne is really Jay Gatsby. It's not rocket science to figure out that Jason hid his face because he didn't want to associate his book reviews with all the bullshit media around him. Especially since it wasn't long after he was legally resurrected that Jay Gatsby started. I mean, if he had, we wouldn't be talking about the books or how hot he is. We'd be talking about how the undead Wayne made a YouTube channel. We wouldn't be talking about how Jay did a series teaching us how to cook and clean with Crash Course. We'd be talking about how Wayne likely bought a spot for him. Or some whack job would be talking about how the Waynes were trying to implant us with subliminal messaging. The point is, we wouldn't have noticed that amazing person Jay Gatsby is, who Jason Wayne is, and a lot of people use anonymity of the internet to be jerks and assholes. But Jason used it to be kinder, to be a teacher, to be excited about his passions. I'm done speculating about this poor guy's life, because, yeah, it might have been fun, but at the end of the day, Jason Wayne is just a guy. A guy who's clearly been through a fucking lot, and I think we need to chill on asking for updates. We still need to support him and show him that we're happy to wait for him to come back and talk about books again. Which he might not, and that's the kind of reality we have to deal with, because we forgot Jason Wayne was a person even before all of this. User/Oracle. Smile. User/LikeItLustIt. Update 2, maybe 3. Why Jason Todd /Wayne/Gatsby, whatever the fuck his name is hot. Let's start with the obvious. There isn't a difference between Jason Todd and Jay Gatsby. Same dude, some more gap. It just goes into deeper layers. Like he's a hard chocolate shell, but then has a layer of nougat before you get to that sweet, fluffy marshmallow center. Look, I'm not from Gotham. I don't have your guys' weird attachment to your weird eccentric billionaires. But I have to say, god damn does Wayne know how to spot good genes! And it's not just the black hair and blue eyes combo. Yeah, I know Jason's are green, but it still sends me spiraling that they used to be blue. So I'm going to ignore that, despite how the green is fucking beautiful, IMO. Like I theorized before, Jay had an insane face card, and I've never been happier to be proven right. I am still convinced he is handmade by God as a gift, like, sorry I made politicians have this pretty boy. And I respond, thank you God, all is forgiven. Honestly, I don't really need to tell you how beautiful Jay is, because I'm just linking a few public photos of him, and just look at him! Fuck, I wish he wasn't such a cryptid, so I could post more. He just totally rocks that moody look, and yeah, his scars make him look a bit scary, but we all have the content he makes, so we know Jay is super caring. On top of that, I did some digging and found articles about Jay's volunteer work as a high schooler. I dug around, and there are records that since his return, he still volunteers at those places, and is now a bouncer at a women's shelter. The muscle makes sense now, and all Jay's vague postings about fights make so much sense. Also, all the men thinking you could fight Jay in his comments, I'm gonna poke you with a 10-foot pole, as I say this. No. No, you can't. I would like to know what brand of respect women juice they feed to Jay for him to grow up like this. But I guess, if Rat is right about Talia Head, never mind. If that goddess were my mom, I would also be like Jay. Especially if my dad was the living definition of himbo. So I guess, himbo plus goddess equals male wife? Now let's talk about that crash course Jay did. Home ec. I was a bit worried about this at first, but I really shouldn't have been, because right off the bat, Jay addressed the historical misogyny that surrounds home ec. And then kinda has a Brandon Lee Mulligan moment talking about how capitalism profits off of us not knowing how to keep up a house ourselves. But also, he addresses mental health. and knowing when we do need help cleaning. Holy shit, I didn't realize that there was so much context around home ec. Anyway, it was just 100% king behavior, if you ask me. If I thought Jay could sew, I'd tell you, probably not. But he does. I actually fixed a pair of my fucking socks thanks to him. Also, I wish I had his cooking and cleaning videos back when I left home. Man, I didn't realize how much about cleaning I was just supposed to know, but didn't treat it like we'd be stupid for not knowing. Jay just taught, and I might have cried. Regardless on your opinions of Jay, you should probably watch it though. It's fucking Crash Course, man. It's great. Also, the Thought Cafe Jay was so fucking cute. Anyway, he's a total male wife, and I am jealous he might be dating that one dude that's been popping up in Gotham articles. And I've never been jealous of a man before. User/ratboy420funny. You've cracked the code, LMAO. User/thunderingatheism. I just joined the subreddit, but as a long-time Wayne gossip lover, and kind of partial to Jason since his return, this post has me so excited for all the fan content. User/tensebonding. You forgot to point out how he's technically rich? I'll admit, there feels like a few degrees of separation because he's adopted and doesn't seem too involved with WE, or really with the family publicly, but is giving all his channel money to charities. User/like-it-lusted. Fuck, you're right! User/PM me your socks. Updated. Jay Gatsby/Jason Todd edit rankings. The only good thing about some of Jay's doxing is that I could go through Jason Wayne edits to get my Jay fix. And oh boy, I feel there is a special magic those Wayne family fangirlies have in those edits. Anyway, this is an update, so those old ones are still here. Also, recommendations welcome. S tier. Gray Girlfriends, Say So. Badge of Honor, Honey Pie. Flower Fan 215, Shyness Boy. Lens Flare. Lady #fitness VIP. Holy shit, the use of Jay's workout vids? Lala Fantasy, Joyride. Byronic Bay. The Neighborhood, Crybaby. LOF. Yukika Neon. This is more dick than Jason, but still. Stoic Stole. Greek Tragedy, TikTok Remix. Meanie Custard. Twice, Look at Me. A tier. Languid Opposition. 16.5. Everyone Loves Me. Spiffy Jenny 4. Human, Nightcore. 823-96030. Espresso. Wayne Fangirl 320. Glimpse of Us. Truant Scarcity 0621. Nasty Dog. Serene Indicator. Eros and Apollo. Thorough Witchcraft 510. Killshot. Bionic Bay. Baby I'm Yours. Gray Girlfriend. Banana Shake. Mute License. Sticky. B tier. Upset Stairway. Love Me Not. Daybreak 202. Howlin' For You. Plant Dishonesty. 6656. Big Dogs. Willfully Frilly Wiring. Enter Sandman. C tier. Alarming Bull. Guy.exe. Gray Girlfriend. Tick Tick Boom. The Vexed Provider. Bang Bang. Misty Barrier. 2242. Pornstar. Musty Ultimatum. Diet Mountain Dew. Winged Polling. Cake by the Ocean. Worst Penguin. Sugar. Honestly, all the Grey Girl edits are golden, to be honest. Also, Bang Bang and Sugar are only so low because of Adam Levin. User/limply easygoing nuisance. You are so fucking real. User/vacuous verification. Have you seen the Take Me Out edit? User/PM me your socks. I have now SS tier. User/Bionic Bay. LMAO. This is wild. Glad you liked the edits. Honestly, I'm just glad to finally be getting more Jason Wayne stuff. He's had cryptid status up to this point. We've only had a few things from when he was taking over the Iceberg Lounge. Finding his YouTube was a blessing. User/Retro Rainbow. Why does city pop work so well with Jay? /easygoing banjo. A comprehensive list of every charity/group that Jay shouted because I feel it's important and we need to remember what he cared about. Park Row Arts Center. A local center that teaches unprivileged kids art, music, and theater. Jay regularly goes and supports the galleries and shows they put on. Gotham City Library. Gotham's public library is apparently Jay's second favorite place in Gotham. He regularly visits. Gotham City Food Bank. Gotham's food bank with a public location in the city. Jay does monthly donations to the Park Row branch. Women's Shelter of Gotham City. A shelter for homeless women/women escaping bad situations. Jay volunteers here to escort women around. Bowery Reuse Center. People can donate recyclable or loose items, and others can buy what they need of the scraps. Jason Wayne has been spotted here with a guy people think he's dating. New Sprout, Grief Support. A support group to help people work through any tragedy, whether it be a lost job or recovering from a supervillain attack. Jay has done some sessions here. Bat and Birdie Animal Rescue, actually recommended by Little D, Damian Wayne. They support the animals in the city, and they have pages where you can directly support the medical care of animals hurt in supervillain attacks. The Hill Witness Group. Another mental health support group in the Hill of Gotham that focuses on mental and physical health. Jay says he taught a couple of self-defense lessons here. Playtime Daycare Center. Daycare center for low-income families in Park Row. Thomas Wayne Memorial Clinic. A Wayne-funded free clinic in Park Row. Caring World LGBTQ Center. A nonprofit that supports LGBTQ plus people in Gotham. Offers help with gender-affirming care, including free haircuts and free hair washing post-surgery. They also help LGBTQ people escape bad situations. Heart to Heart, a homeless shelter that takes in and helps people find housing, particularly after supervillain attacks. Jay's charity stream went here. I'll update this list as Jay adds more, as I figure it would probably be nice to have a list of places he's not only helping/shouting out, but also in case anyone wants to support these causes. It always amazes me how much of an advocate for children and women Jay is, so let me know if I've missed anything. /impishfries8. Waynes do love their charity. /regal exertion. Kinda wish Bruce would put more money into these charities instead of, like, Batman. /sinful seriousness. To be honest, Wayne Enterprises is like the best rated company to work for. Like, Wayne cut his salary to the min, and he still makes so much. /Portly Poker. Well, Wayne shit is like the only place I can get shit and not worry if it was unethically sourced. And I'm glad Bruce passed that shit down to his kids. /Spiffy Terrier. If I wasn't broke as shit. I love Jay. /like it lust it. Fan club meetups. So, considering how big the Discord is, we're expanding moderation and are trying to be more official, I guess. And that means we're going to try and do event stuff. The first is a meetup/book club deal. We'll be having meetups in different cities, so if you're interested, please come to the Discord. Each chapter will have different information, and a mod will attach to each chapter. We are trying to do this all officially and nice-like. But the condensed plan is that each month we're going to read a book Jay had reviewed or recommended, each month, and come together to talk about it. Maybe rewatch some of Jay's content while we're at it. We'll be more so sticking to the themes with each group, so each group can do something different. But the Discord will still have something to bond over. Really hope to see you all out there. /PM me your socks. Hell yeah! /2cutecoward. We'll be making sure our meetup happens, even if it's just me and my husband, lol. /punny hyena. What do you mean Metropolis isn't having one? I'm gonna have to drive to Gotham. /ratboy420funny. Haha, get wrecked, Gothamite pride. /hedgehogger. Can't wait to show you Gotham's sights, Haley. Okay, so the first meeting of our Jay Gatsby book club. Do we all have to meet at my place of work? Rat hissed at Heather, who was still smiling at the other members gathered. Or are we just here so you can flirt with my Trina, who you think looks like Sabrina Carpenter? Heather quickly shot Rat a glare. Shut up, Rat. If I drove all the way here from Metropolis, Haley said, clearly not annoyed. Because Heather wanted to flirt with a barista, I'm gonna be pissed. I'm not here to flirt with a barista. Oh, yes. Rat pulled a bit on their bangs. We couldn't meet in a library like Lee and Sarah, or Millie and Scott. Scott is actually going. Heather stopped and looked at Rat. Yeah. Rat chuckled. I mean, I'm pretty sure he likes Jay as much as Millie does. So the Kansas chapter is run by a married couple. Kind of wild. Heather shook her head. But okay, we're off track. But Lee provided me with an agenda. Who voted Lee as president? Haley raised her hand. Oracle. Rat waved their hand. Ah. Haley lowered her hand as a few other members around the table muttered and nodded. Well, I guess let's get started. We're reading Jane Austen, right? Yeah, we decided that, as a fan club, we should have some unity. Heather put a piece of paper on the table. But each chapter gets to vote and pick a specific book out of the theme. And this month, it's Jane Austen books. Rat zoned out for a moment as they looked around the familiar Gotham coffee shop. It was busy enough that Rat could see his manager and Trina working like bees behind the counter. And only a few tables were empty, despite how the main window was covered by wood after it was broken by the bats last week. Funny enough, that was about the time Lee proposed the idea of meeting in person. It had eventually evolved into a sort of official book club around the things Jay recommended. Millie and Heather had jumped at the idea. A few lurkers actually came out too, and offered to organize other chapters of the club in their local towns. And, well, the fan club felt stronger. Despite Jay's, or rather Jason's, disappearance, it wasn't totally his. The videos were still up, but there hadn't been a press statement. Oracle had gone fairly dark, with only a single message. Leave the kid alone. Definitely a message from Jay not to attack the kid who doxed him, which, thoughtful, was the word Rat's mother would have used. And it had been enough. Things were still different, though. Jay had never been gone this long, and neither had Oracle. Heather and the others were still talking about what book they would pick, when Rat's eyes fell on a lady in a wheelchair with bright red hair. With her, a guy hunched over, leaning on the table covering himself. They were quietly, but animatedly talking. The guy seemed to be pretty distressed, and almost looked like he was trying to make a shell around himself. Rat only noticed because in the corner of his eye, he noticed the red-haired woman motioning towards Rat's group. The man unfurled a little and looked across at the group. Rat, vote! Oh, shit, Mansfield Park. That wasn't even on the list. It's Austin, isn't it? User/Oracle. Thanks for the wait. Message from Jay's Instagram. 1 million sub special is up. I have a lot to say, and I don't really like repeating myself, so thanks. I'm really lucky to have so many supportive people following me, and I want to keep doing this. So yeah, if you guys are here for it, let's keep going. I think we're all doing okay. User/Ratboy420funny. The return of the king! User/PM me your socks. Jay. User/Too cute coward. Jay, I'm sobbing. We're always here for you. User/Sifwolf of Legend. Jay, oh my god, we were so worried, man. I'm really sorry you had to go through that, but I'm glad you're back. User/Hedgehogger. And the whole of Gotham rejoices. User/Like It Lust It. It's nice to have you back, buddy. Notes. So this is kind of more of a preview of the next Jay Gatsby work, where it all converges. I hope you all enjoy this. It definitely ended up bigger than I expected, but I thought it would be a fun way to set things up that are going to be happening in the next bit. I might also do another interlude where we get Jason's POV of @Greenlight Artist, but that might come out later. Anyway, happy Pride Month! I hope you like the story. We are 8 days out from Pride Month, so It is now Gay Wrath Month, so. My mother messaged me from her book club. It was like, hey, you do that fucking reading shit. What is your YouTube account? I can't express how uncomfortable the idea of my mom's friends, I've met most of them, my mom's friends, looking at my YouTube account where I post me reading Batman fanfiction. My favorite lesbians of all time. Fucking love pigeons. Have you seen the pink pigeons? Holy shit. Daddy Wayne. I hope Rat shares this theory with Bernard so Bernard can share it with Tim, okay? User/likable ass, Jason Todd. Or alternatively Dick Grayson, depending on how literal we're taking that. Fucking hate Marshmallow. Don't buy non-stick pans. If you're going down the aisle in the fucking Walmart or some shit, and you see those boxes of pans and they say non-stick, don't buy that shit, okay? What you want to do, go like slightly further down, buy yourself the most like entry level pans you can get, some ceramic pans. They're great. I know you're thinking, oh, ceramic, they're gonna be super fragile. No, they're not. Go fuck yourself. This is fucking mind-blowing, okay? Your pans will come with a set of instructions on how to properly care for them. Read the fucking instructions. I know. Oh, I've cooked before. I know how to... No, you don't. Okay? Because you're gonna end up leaving one of the reviews on these ceramic pans that are like, all of my food stuck to the bottom. They stuck to the bottom because you set your fucking heat too high and didn't use enough oil, okay? Pans are super easy to care for. It shouldn't be a problem.